Hello everybody and welcome to the live stream. It's Poopy Bandagrel here and I hope you all are doing absolutely fantastic today. And yeah, we will get started here in just a second. We just got the bracket up, so give me 1 second. Alright, and I'm sure some of you guys are wondering where Pinky is. I'm hoping he'll be joining us shortly. So for now, we just gotta do it ourselves. So chat, how is everybody doing today? Yeah, I'm sure you guys have noticed we are doing another Spar tournament. Oh, we got some people here. We're doing another Spar tournament, 50k tro. It's gonna be awesome. This is another kind of last second stream, so quality might not be the best, but hey, you know what? We're trying. Zach, what's up? Schmiz, what's up? Woda, what's up? What's up, everybody? You see me? Alrighty, and I'm gonna put it on this Spar arena we have here. Let me look at our bracket, who we got going first. Alright, our first match will be Silver Mafia versus Uzma. And I'll read off the people in just a second. So, teams up here. Looks like Geico is going to be Uzma, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Geico, Uzma. Can't see because of the stream, or because of the setup, but they're up in their spots. So, we're probably going to be starting here in just a second. Yes, sir, let's get it. Alright, so we are going to be starting here. Uzma, or Geico, versus Silver Mafia. Who do we got? And we're off. So it's a 5v5 tournament. It looks like Uzma took that bottom control very, very easily. I don't know if there was a starting issue, but Silver Mafia is not looking very hot at the moment. They are already cornered in this little area right here. Oh my goodness. That was an easy 5-0 sweep. I don't know if, sorry, Uzma or Geico. I don't know if they got a better start and Silver Mafia just wasn't ready for it, but, yeah, that was a, that was a quick 5-0 sweep. He's saying over here he did 90s. They're cranking 90s on him. His controller unplugged. Classic. Alright, and let's see what's going on. I believe it is a best of 3, so we could be getting that rematch. Let's see what happens. He said he's playing with his toes right now. Oh my. So once again, guys, how's everyone doing today? I had a fun little tournament, so. And also, I apologize with the PC view. seeing up here at the top sometimes can be hard. The characters seem to disappear, as you can see. So we kind of have to bite the bullet a little bit there, but yeah, anyways. Game 2. What's gonna happen? As soon as the heart bomb disappears, then we will begin. And it seems to be... maybe? Everyone's gone. Never mind. Not really sure what the holdup is here, but we make do what we have to. Hey, Red Jaws, what's up? Lindeezy, what's up? And we are off, so it looks like Geico or Uzma still got a better start, but doesn't matter because game goes on. Silver Mafia seem like they're struggling a bit, taking a ton of damage. Can't see up top, but I know that 3 of their members are very, very low, and Uzma is just... They have the Silver Mafia's numbers. And look at that, another 5-0 sweep. Oh my goodness. Let me turn on sounds for you guys real quick, so we can hear some of the gunfire. So Uzma or Geico, they took game 1, or the first series I should say, against Silver Mafia. Unfortunately, Silver Mafia, they weren't prepared. No, GG's to everybody. Good first match. Good first match. Wish Tat could have partaken of this tournament here, but unfortunately we weren't able to. That sucks. Yeah, that's the problem with so many worldwide players, is just you can't find a proper time zone. Oh, actually, I think we're starting again. Sorry, never mind. Don't go to the commentary booth. And I'll turn on nicknames in just a second. I know I'll miss it, so. Oh, Silver Mafia started a little bit earlier. Maybe I can, I don't have time. I'll do it after this. Looks like we're having some issues starting here. Everyone kind of is a little too eager to get going. Alright, we should be good to go. And I think man, we are really eager to get going, that's for sure. Some technical difficulties for sure, but it's totally okay. Fourth or fifth time's a charm. Hopefully. Yeah, once again, Pinky might be joining later on in the stream. He has some stuff to do, but so it's just me for right now. And so it looks like Uzma or Geico took bottom control very, very easy against Silver Mafia. Silver Mafia, the people on top and bottom are very, very low once again, and it looks like that's going to be another loss for the Silver Mafia 5-0. Uzma is looking very, very strong. Ooh, they're getting cocky too, eyes closed and everything. So Uzma moves on to the next round. Alright, let's go into the commentary booth real quick. Oopsie. I'm gonna turn on nicknames. There we go. You guys want me to turn my mic volume up? How are we sounding? Are we still sounding a little low? Anyway, so this next round that we have starting in just a few minutes is going to be Silencers versus Thy Assailant. Let me turn up some volumes for you guys. Seems like we have some bathroom breaks going on, so we are just gonna commentate in the commentary booth for just a minute. So in that last match up between Geico or Uzma versus the Silver Mafia, Uzma was just ready. They knew exactly what they were gonna do, and they knew how they were going to do it. GG's to both teams, but it seems like the Silver Mafia just they weren't ready for that Uzma power. This tournament is a 5v5. Once again, the last tournaments we've done have been 4v4s. So it is going to be a little bit of a different strategy. You see the people here on the left spamming that anti-oop thing. Alright, and so it seems like we are getting started. So I'm going to put on the sparring screen Thy Assailants versus Silencers. Thy Assailants, I believe their gang name right now is something Bandits. I'm just going to call them the Bandits. And here we go, game one. Who's going to take bottom control first? Silencer easily takes that bottom control, but Thy Assailants aren't really giving up that much damage, except C there on the bottom kind of is. Alfred, Player, and Matt are holding that bottom position pretty well, actually. And they're taking mid as well, so Keaton there for the Bandits needs to be careful because he is pretty much full HP, but he does have someone contesting mid. Cruz on the left for the Bandits is very low, probably 2 shot, I would imagine. Silencer they are kind of holding back, even though they have the the advantage over the other team. What's gonna happen? Roland Santos up here on the top is 1 shot, but can the Bandits come back from a 4v2? No, 5v2. Man, I cannot count. Matt goes in and rushes A and takes him out. It's C versus the world. We can't unfortunately see on top. It's just the position of the house and stuff like that. But that is going to be game 1 for Silencers. They take out the Bayou Bandits pretty easily, which is also the assailant. Salient. I never can say it right, but that's okay. So, game 1 analysis. This is definitely a closer match than the first series. I believe that the Silencers seem to have a little bit better of a game plan. However, it's kind of hard to tell because that is game 1. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe the Bayou Bandits come out and just smoke game 2. Who knows? We will have to see. We are going to be starting here in just a minute. Let all the players heal up. Oh, and this is... Wait. I've never seen this before. This is our first official timeout. Yeah, so we have a timeout. We have a timeout by the Bayou Bandits, which is just a few seconds. They just want to talk over their game plan because obviously Silencers had their number pretty easily. That's a lie. It wasn't easy. That was a good fight. So it looks like Silencers and the Bayou Bandits are getting ready to fight again. I'm gonna put it on the Spar screen here. Will the Silencers take game 2, or will Bayou Bandits tie up the series? We are about to find that out. Seems like we have a little bit of a missed start once again. People are just so eager to get going. And here we go. Silencers. They bring 3 people on the bottom and take that pretty quickly. They are taking a little bit of damage, but so are Bayou Bandits. This is a pretty 50-50 matchup, I would say, so far. Although up top, the Bayou Bandits have top control, but Silencers have pretty dominant bottom control. This can't be good. Bayou Bandits definitely have to come up with a counterattack. And they, in fact, actually lost one of their players. So, it seems like it is a... What is that? 4v4? 3v4 for the Silencers. Okay. Actually, no, yeah, 3v4, yes. Silencers have taken that bottom control. A just gets eliminated. It is a 1v2. Bayou Bandits, Matt and player versus Keaton. Who's going to win? Keaton is 1 shot, 2 shot maybe. If he comes back from this, that will be crazy. Keaton seems like he knows what he's doing. Unfortunately, he gets taken out. GG's to the Bayou Bandits. Silencers, Bayou Bandits. That was a good matchup, actually. Yeah. Oh, 1st to 3. Okay. So, basically, best of 5. Alright, we are going to be starting here in just a second. Game 2, way closer than game 1. And game 1 was pretty close. So this is a good matchup. I like this matchup. I do believe that these two teams are pretty evenly matched. I think the issue with the matchup so far is Silencers are bringing 3 to the bottom and just getting there super fast. So that's ultimately what is coming down to. So if the Bayou Bandits and come down, take bottom control, rethink their strategy. They can come back, and they need a reverse sweep because it is a best of 5. So they would need to reverse sweep silencers, which is possible. It's definitely a little bit harder, but it's possible. Alright, and we should be starting here in just a second. And here we go. Bayou Bandits coming way stronger for that bottom control. But it looks like silencers have a different approach. They normally bring 3 bottom, but they brought 2, but 3 on top. And they are taking out the Bayou Bandits from the bottom. They are all pinned in that corner, which is not what you want to be. One person in the corner is fine, but once you have more than 2 or 3, then that's an issue. So once again, we got Keaton versus the world. And unfortunately for the Bayou Bandits, silencers come up and take the series. GG's to both teams. Crazy, crazy first round. Alright, I'm gonna put it on the commentary booth here. Definitely a better series for sure than the first series. Can answer some PMs real quick. All right, and so sorry about that. I was just looking over the bracket, answering some PMs. Our next matchup will be Bandemic versus DC. I believe it's DC. I'm gonna go with DC. So yes, Bandemic versus DC in our next matchup. I know I've gotten some PMs from the Bandemic people. They wanted me to shout out their entire team. So, I guess. Shout out to Steezy, Pierno, FP14, Kenji, Keezy, and my boy Poopy Panda, the goat of gratitude. Appreciate that, Kenji. Shout out to the Bandemic boys. Some messages real quick. Okay. So Decimator, that's the gang. Decimator. They're just grabbing their subs real quick and they will get going. It's going to be a good matchup, I believe, if we can get all of Decimator's teammates in here. I think it'll be a good matchup. Some comments about the last matchup that we just had. That third game, I thought Sorry. I thought the silencers were going to bring 3 bottom again, but they totally surprised me and brought 3 people on top. And I don't think that the Bayou Bandits were ready for that. Excuse me. Alright, and I'm gonna put it on the sparring screen. We should be starting here in just a second. Decimators. Oh, they're starting a little early. They're a little eager to go. And here we go, Bandemic versus Decimators, game 1. It's pretty, I would say Bandemic has the bottom control even though Decimators brought more people. Bandemic very, very well composed down there at the bottom. You see D right here at the bottom right, how he is trapped in that corner and he just rushes in to take Kezi down to literally 1 shot. Was it worth it? I'm not really sure. Decimators, seems like it's pretty even so far. Crazy little rush there from D, who just decided to go full on psycho mode. You can see Ghost here, my boy Ghost from Decimators, really, really low, and he gets taken out, unfortunately. So it leaves 1 person for Decimator, and he unfortunately is lagging. So Bandemic takes game 1. At first, I would say that was very even. I thought that series could go a little further. Yeah, that first that was very even, but Bandemic just proved that they were ready for it. So we're just setting everything up here for game 2 of the series. So the question is, what do the Decimators have to do to take game 2? I think that D rushing in there to try to just suicide himself to put in damage, that was the turning point of the match in my opinion. Was it a bad decision? I wouldn't say that. But it definitely was the turning point of the match because it was very even. I believe it was 5v4 at the time. But Bandemic, they were just ready for it. I definitely think that for the Decimators, they got to stay a little bit more composed there. Unless that's a strategy. If that's a strategy, oh, good on you, I guess. So there's some issues I'm going to put on the commentary screen so you can see me getting assaulted by the Book of Love. Should be starting here soon. And this is my biggest issue. Growl, I can never get even on this chair. I just gotta stop. It's gonna control my life. Alright, I believe we are going to be starting here in just a second. So I'm going to put it up on the sparring screen once again. Commander, what's going on? Nice profile picture. Thank you, Rag Guy made it. It's a baller profile picture, I can't lie. 50k, yes sir. We got 50k on the line. That's you need a minigun to walk slow. Yeah, true. And here we go. Sorry. Bandemic takes bottom control very, very easily. What's going to happen here? It doesn't look like D is back in the matchup, so maybe he got subbed out. Bandemic has clear control. This is one of those positions where not much is going to move unless someone just makes a ballsy rush. And Bandemic has the positioning where they definitely can. A lot of their members aren't very low HP, and except Dora up there up top is very low. He's 1 HP because Keaton got subbed in apparently. So it looks like Decimator is going to be taken out, but I believe that's a... Okay, so Bandemic has 5 players out there. So that was a sweep. However, that's not a negative matchup in my opinion, or a negative round, because Decimator had a lot of Bandemic players down to 1 HP. So I don't think that was completely negative. I think Decimators definitely... I think they definitely were a little more composed that matchup. They weren't rushing in like crazy, man. They held their ground. They fought, and that was it. And I thought that matchup was a lot better, even though it was technically a 5-0 sweep. If you looked at all the Bandemic players, they were pretty low. Some of them weren't, but like most of them are pretty low. So it's not a negative matchup. And I think that we're just getting a sub here for Decimators, I believe. While they're waiting, I am going to send it back to the commentary booth to talk over that round. So what are Decimators got to do? I personally think that in order for them to take this series or even take a game, they got to take over the top, because the bottom control, I feel like it's pretty even. They're a little more composed, but if you notice up top, Bandemic, they took over, and then they were just able to shoot down on the Decimator boys, and it just didn't end up well. So I definitely think they have to perform perfectly if they're going to take out the Bandemic boys, because Bandemic, they seem very controlled. They seem like they know what they're doing. So definitely they gotta fix something. Maybe a sub is gonna help them. Maybe new game plan, who knows? All we know is that they are down 2-0 and they need to reverse sweep Bandemic, and which is going to be very difficult. So that's what they got to do, in my opinion. Chat, what do you think? Do we think that Bandemic takes game 3, or is this going to be a reverse sweep? Oh, it looks like the Decimators started a little bit early, so once again, a little too eager. Game 3 should be starting here in just a second, and here we go. Decimators, Bandemic. That was pretty even, I would say, for who got the bottom control. Pretty even. Bandemic, they have taken out a couple hit points on some of the players, but if you look at the mid control, Darius right there and Dora are very, very low, so maybe this could be huge for Decimators. However, my boy Ghost is also really low, so he's got to be very, very careful with how he runs things. Keaton and KGJ, what are they gonna do? Can they keep top? I don't know if they can. Nah, it doesn't look like it. And I believe that's another 5-0 sweep. It's a crazy thing because you look at the last 2 games for the Pandemic boys, and they were all pretty low, but they were able to just pull through, and none of them got eliminated. So back-to-back 5-0 sweeps. Huge shout out to both teams. GG's. Our next matchup for the first round, we got Arcane versus Lil 4PF. Arcane's a basing gang, so this should be interesting. Arcane has almost 20,000 hours of basing, which is crazy. So huge shout out to Arcane. Lil 4PF, or sorry, Lil P4F, dyslexia. Their roster consists of Relap. We got Father, Hamlet, Rec, and Unknown. For Arcane, we got Pyro, Serial, Optic, Ali, and I believe one more that I just cannot see. Oh, and Blake, person in charge of this tournament, is subbing in for Arcane. Why not? Alright, and we should be starting here in just a second. Arcane. I'm just going to call him Lil. Who is going to take game 1 of this best of 5 series? Arcane or Lil? Who knows? We are about to find out. Arcane started off strong. Serial takes bottom control, and Optic and Pyro follow shortly. R99 here at the bottom for Lil has to hold that position by himself. We got friend on account. I'm not sure who that is, but I guess that's what we gotta call him. Oh my goodness, Arcane proving that they're not just a basing gang. They want to spar too. It's a 4v3. No, sorry, 5v4. Excuse me. However, Pyro at the bottom is very, very low. He is one shot. Serial Harway, he is full HP. He can definitely rush in if he wants to. Ali at the top for Arcane, making a ballsy push. But Relap kind of holds that down, so Ali can't get in. It is a 5v3, however, I know at least 3 of the Arcane members are very, very low. So, the little members here, they gotta figure something out because they are trapped behind this grass block. 5v3, but this isn't like completely out of the books for them to win. They definitely. Oh my goodness, friend on account makes a ballsy rush and it works. He takes 1 HP, but he knocks out someone and gets someone else very, very low. It is a 4v2. What is going to happen? Arcane, they are in what looks to be a dominant spot. However, Lil 4PF are very, very strategical with this. They're all very low, but they got Arcane very low as well. See Diablo at the bottom here. He is 1v2ing right now at the bottom. Friend on account is 1v1ing up at the top. If friend on account can take out Serial up there, that's going to be huge for Lil. But Arcane, they got to hold it together. Diablo's staying strong, but Serial makes a ballsy push, and Diablo counters it. Oh my goodness. It is a 2v2. Both of these players are very low. I believe Blake is decent HP, so he can tank a little bit, unless I'm mistaken. And Lil takes out one of the Arcane members. It is a 2v1. Both of the Lil members are literally one shot. So what's going to happen? Is Arcane going to take this? Or is Lil going to have a huge comeback? Oh my goodness. What a series so far. This is a good matchup. This is a good matchup. Blake is 1 HP. Diablo is also 1 HP. Lil's comeback is now turned into Arcane's comeback. What is going to happen? It's kind of a standoff here. And Lil takes the match. Oh my goodness. What a match. What a comeback. Oh, we got an interesting little debate here. People want to know Diablo's ping. One L for Lil 4PF. However, Arcane, they had controlled 90% of the game. But Lil stayed composed and they counterattacked a bunch. Game 1 goes to Lil. Crazy comeback. Seems like we're getting an admin to check ping. People are a little questionable on Diablo's ping. See, lag in this game is interesting because Growl is like one of the only games in existence where if you're laggy, you benefit from it. So the people who are lagging on VPNs and stuff like that have an unfair advantage, so that's why we check these types of things. Hopefully we can get an admin here to check. Who knows what's gonna happen. Regardless, yeah, I'm gonna send it over to the commentary booth. Regardless, game 1, Arcane versus Lil 4PF. That was a good matchup. That was a good matchup. I think Arcane had the advantage the entire game. Until that moment where it became a 2v2 and then you saw the tide starting to shift. It was a friend on account for Lil 4PF who made the riskiest rush of all time, and it worked. It worked for them, so friend on account, huge shout out to you. You brought your team back. So they're just setting things up for game 2. Chat, who do we got? Do we got Arcane taking game 2? Or will Lil 4PF take a 2-0 lead? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the chat. Cause I believe Arcane's... Never mind. Arcane is not subbing. So we are setting up here. Just waiting for people... Waiting for people to go into their spots. Daniel thinks Arcane is taking this round. Let's find out. I'll send it over to the sparring arena. Game number 2, Arcane versus Lil 4PF, is underway, I believe. Should be right now, but... Whoever's losing, you're rooting for. Yep. So technically, you're rooting for Arcane, which is crazy to say that they lost that match, but crazy comeback for level 4 PF. And game 2 is underway. Arcane takes insane bottom position. I don't know if there was a error for a level 4 PF starting, but they do not have a good start. Yeah, Arcane is very dominant in this first match. Or sorry, the second match. They got that bottom control way fast. So Arcane is literally cornering Lil 4PF. Is a comeback possible? Can Diablo do it again? Unfortunately, he is cornered, so that is game 2. Arcane takes that in a dominant fashion, 1-1. Now we got ourselves a matchup. I'm not sure. I'm gonna send her back to the commentary booth. I'm not sure if Lil 4PF just started late. But Arcane looked like they had like ultra speed boost compared to Lil 4PF. So I'm not sure what happened there. Game 3. It's up for grabs. Anyone's able to take this. If Lil 4PF stay composed like they did in the first game, they could take it. But if Arcane comes out as dominant as they were last game, I don't know. Send it back to the Spar arena. Game 3. It looks like there was a... I don't know if Lil 4PF just didn't want to start or Arcane was just a little too excited. Who knows? All right, we're gonna reset that. Send it back in. Send the players back into their respected spots. Seems like Arcane and Lil 4PF are switching sides. Game 3. And we are off. Look at that. Arcane is just very, very fast to that bottom control. And you guys know this in sparring, when you take bottom control, most of the time it is very, very important. So, Serial Hardway taking damage, or putting damage on friend on the account. R99 is 1 HP, and he gets taken out just like that. Lil 4PF is cornered once again. Friend on account is stuck behind that barrel. Unknown and Relap are both 1 HP. They are trapped against that side wall. Arcane came in, and they were ready for this game 3. That's it. It was a 4v. Yeah, so they only lost 1. Game 3 goes to Arcane, and pretty dominantly once again. It all comes down to that bottom control. Arcane, they rush in, they take it. Lil 4PF is forced to retreat, and that's when the domination starts. So we're gonna set everyone back into their boxes. This is an important game for Lil 4PF because if they want any chance of staying alive in this tournament, they gotta win, and that's just that. Will Lil 4PF tie up the series, or is Arcane going to move on to the next round? Let's find out. Should be starting here just shortly. Blake's just got to get everyone in their spots. And here we go. It seemed like no one wanted to take bottom control that time. Lil 4PF was very slow to it, and they still took it. I'm not sure what just happened there, but I think everyone kind of forgot that. I think everyone forgot that bottom control is very important because they were taking top. Lil 4PF is looking very dominant. They even have basically switched sides. Friend on account has surrounded the Arcane boys. I believe it is a 4v3, 3v3. Oh, but is Arcane gonna come back? Looks like Raylap is very, very low. So is friend on account. Seems like it is a 3v2, which doesn't mean much because both of these guys are really, or both these teams are really low. Oh, I believe that's it. I believe Lil 4PF takes game 3. Or sorry, game 4. It is tied. This game 5 is very important for both teams. Obviously, you want to stay alive, have a chance to take that 50K tro prize. Who's gonna do it? This matchup's gonna be really good. That was a very interesting start. I don't know if I've ever seen a team start like how they did. If you notice, no one really rushed the bottom. They were kind of rushing mid, which I've never seen before. So Lil 4PF easily took bottom, but Arcane kind of stayed in it, kept composed. Who knows? Game 5, winner takes it. Winner goes on to the next round. Loser stuck in the loser bracket. So what's gonna happen? And it seems like it's pretty even for the bottom control. Both people were able to put off shots, hide behind their barriers, respectively. Seems like Arcane feels a little comfortable in this match so far. Friend on account there at the bottom right is very, very low. He's probably two shots, but so is Vic. For Arcane, he is 1 shot, basically 2 shot. Unknown is going to get taken out by Optic. Arcane has the numbers. Are they going to be able to move on to this second round? Blake and Ali for Arcane are making advances. Friend on account is literally 1 HP, and he gets taken out. Diablo gets taken out too, and it looks like Arcane is going to take it 5-0. Would you look at that? That was a massive W for Arcane, especially after choking that first game against Lil 4PF. I think we were all kind of questioning their ability, but once again, they proved that they're not just a basing gang. They're out here for sparring too. Answer some PMs. Just answering some PMs real quick. And if you guys know me, I am not good at multitasking, so. Oh my goodness, I got disconnected. 1 second. We have to load back in. I have to get back in here. I thought I had moved, honestly, but I guess I didn't. Ah, tough. Alright, we are back. I was hoping to get my boy Ghost in here, but he got kicked. Okay, so we're on to the second round. We got Bandemic, the Bandemic boys, versus Geico or Uzma. I'm just gonna call him Geico from here on out. This is gonna be a good matchup, I believe. Both of these teams were pretty dominant. Alright, and it looks like we're just getting everybody in. And then we should be starting here. I'm definitely excited for this matchup. I really liked how Bandemic played. I really like how Geico played. These are two good teams. Let's just be real. Let's send it over to the Spar arena. Chat, who do we got? Do we got Bandemic or do we got Geico? Both are really good teams. Alright, and we're just setting things up. Yes, alrighty. Game number 1 of the second round. We're just waiting for that start bell to go off. Alright, and we're off. Geico sending 4 people bottom. Oh my goodness. Do they have it though? Bandemic seems like they have it. George for Bandemic and Kenji both have taken 2 shots, so they are kind of low. They got to be a little careful here. But Geico, Luke Skywalker right there, is pretty low. Look on the bottom here. Bandemic versus Geico. Oof, this is a tough one because Bandemic is very just dominant in what they do. However, they did take a lot of damage, so there are positives to that first game. So we got a 5-0 matchup so far. Sorry, 1-0. I guess that is 5-0. Never mind. Oh, Bandemic's Crazyville. Yeah, true. They are crazy. It's cringy. Sorry. Alrighty, I'm gonna send it to the commentary booth with me and Ghost. Geico, you know, even though they lost 5-0 basically, there are still positives. Definitely still positives. If they're able to stay composed, kind of take that bottom control, then I think they'll be good. My boy Ghost says so far some good matchups. Bandemic's just a hard team to beat. They're really good because they are Crazyville, so they are really good. Geico, they have the players to potentially win. It's all about if they're able to. So let's get it. Both teams are ready to go. I'm gonna send it back over to the Spar arena, and here we go. It looks like Geico kind of got a slow start, which is going to hurt them. But they're not doing too bad at the bottom. Even though one of their members just got taken out. Geico is very, very low. Yeah, George from Bandemic literally switched sides and cornered him. Yeah, that was a very dominant game too. Definitely Geico didn't get helped out by their slower start. I don't know, who knows? If they start better, maybe they do better there. I don't know. Ghost is calling Bandemic with the push and sweep. Ghost is calling it. Do you guys think that Bandemic sweeps the series, or do you think that Geico can take one, or potentially even reverse sweep? So they're just setting everybody back up into their spots. So what do you think that Geico has to do in this to stay alive? To potentially reverse sweep. That's what they have to. They have to win every game from here on out. I think definitely it comes down to they need to get a quicker start. Yeah, Ghost says they need a heavy push to win the match. I completely agree. They need to play aggressive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, and oh, never mind. Sorry. False start. False start. It seems like there's a little bit of issues there going on. I sent it back to the commentary booth, but I agree with Ghost. They need to come out strong. They need to come out aggressive and fast. They need to take that bottom control. They can't have another slow start. They need to have a perfect game here. Perfect game here on out. So should be interesting. Looks like we are getting everybody all ready. And here we go. So Bandemic once again takes bottom control. Geico's approach is very interesting. They wanted to take top control instead, which has proven time and time again just doesn't work out when you need that bottom control. Dev there at the bottom doing everything he can, but he's taken out, and that is a quick sweep for the Bandemic boys. There's not much you have to say. The Bandemic boys do it again. Sweep their opponent. 3-0. Looks like one of the Geico members is calling rigged. Ooh. Yes. They, I don't know if Geico is just getting slower starts or their approach is to actually go on top. I don't know. But, all I do know is we got Arcane versus Silencers. An awesome matchup. Ghost, if you can hear, who do you think is winning this matchup? Arcane or Silencers? This is a good matchup. Silencers are a really good team. Arcane proved that they're pretty good too. So, Ghost got Arcane. Best of 5 series. Chat, who do we got? We got Arcane. Or do you got silencers? Yes, for those wondering in chat, this is an MPX gun tournament, just so that no teams have like a real advantage. Also, and here we go. Arcane has proven over and over they can handle the stress and still push as a team. Says Ghost. Yes, that is a very good point. Besides that first game mix-up, they played phenomenal against their opponents last round. And they got a huge push. 3 people on the bottom, and they look strong there. Alfred from Silencers is 2 shot. It's not looking good for him. Roland Santos, he is probably 3 or 4 shot. So, can Silencers come back? That was a slower start for them. Arcane looked ready. RXB, though, is taking Serial out pretty low. Vic from Arcane is very, very low as well. This is a good matchup. I like this matchup already. Because even though it is currently 4v2, 3 out of the 4 Arcane members are 1 shot. I don't know if it's going to be enough. No, it is definitely not. So Arcane loses 1 member. Silencer loses all of them. Once again, not the most negative match if you're Silencers. You had a rough start. You held your composure for the most of the match up until the very end. If you just have one good start, I think Silencers versus Arcane is a very even matchup. So they are just getting their subs in. Let's see what Ghost has to say. He says, I believe silencers can get a good 3-man push on bottom. They can switch the tide of the battle. Ghost is the best. I freaking love his commentary. Alright, send it back to the Spar arena. I totally agree. A good silencer push can help turn the tides here. Let's see what happens. They decided to go with the 2-man push, though this push was a lot faster than the first game. Arcane has 3 on bottom. Silencer have 2. Technically 3, because we have RXB there in the middle, who's kind of switching back and forth. Matt, Lewis, and RXB holding the top for Silencers. We got Blake, Ali, and Serial holding the mid and top for Arcane. Oh, Serial's making a ballsy push, and it ends up being positive for him because Roland and Alfred are very, very low HP. Now it's just kind of going all over the place. Silencers are kind of trapped in the top right corner. It's an even matchup. Don't get me wrong. It seems like Arcane has the damage advantage currently. Silencers, a lot of their members are very, very low. So these are the moments that you gotta just stay composed, stay patient, because a lot of people like to rush if you're down, for example, like Silencers. I guess Arcane is, never mind, it's pretty even. But a lot of people just rush in because they panic, and that's when mistakes happen. So it looks like Silencer is going to come back, though, and take a 4-0 lead. Silencers take game 2. That was a very good game. Very good game for Silencers. Send it back to the commentary booth with me and Ghost. Move so I don't get disconnected. Series is tied up 1-1. I think what Ghost was talking about, he said, okay, real quick. Silencers are able to push back even with Serial's deadly rush. They put them in the top right. I totally agree. Personally, I thought Arcane was going to take that matchup. I really did. I thought that, how things were going for the beginning of the matchup, I thought that was it. And then I saw the Silencer members very, very low HP. And then they were kind of all getting pushed into a corner. But Silencers, they proved me wrong. Shout out to the boys. GG's to both teams. Series is tied up. This next game, I think, is very, very important. Ghost says that was an insane push, but still were able to get that mid hold and push him back. It was a BE. I don't know what BE is, but... Yes, it was an awesome push. I think what Ghost said at the beginning, where they needed a good push bottom, was perfectly right. They didn't bring 2 bottom, but they brought... Sorry, they didn't bring 3 bottom. They brought 2 and 1 mid. And I think that's the way they're going to go. I think that's how it needs to be for Silencers. Arcane has shown that they're going to stick with that 3-person bottom, and it's working for the most part. We just got to see what happens next. Because, yeah, game 3. Oh, he's getting stick of base. Game 3, very, very important. Send it back to the Spar arena. Panda, what do you think of the MBK professionals and Minister Society losing the war? Hey, that's how it works sometimes. Alright, game 3 is underway. Arcane kind of has a slower start to the bottom push, but it doesn't matter. It seems pretty even now. RXB is being really good with the mid. I like his mid play. I really do. Vic is just making a ballsy push. I would say it's a negative push because he gets more damage than the opponents. He is one shot. Silencers pushing Arcane up into a corner. Alfred, though, kind of pushes in alone. 3v1, gets taken out. This is an even matchup. Actually, no, sorry, it's 4v1, but... Oh, sorry, 3v2. 3v1. Okay, but Blake... Last person to hold for Silencers. Look at all the Silencer members, though. They are very low. But Blake couldn't hold on. He gets taken out. Send it back to the commentary booth. Silencers looked comfortable. They looked like they were ready for that game 3. It is a 2v1. 2 games to 1 game, I should say. Arcane, they need to win this and the next game if they want to move on into the tournament. Let's see what Ghost has to say. They got complacent. They need to focus this match to not get blown out. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, Silencers looked comfortable. I think if they keep up that level of play, they can take this series right here. So I am going to send it back to the Spar arena, and here we go. It's pretty even on the bottom. Who's gonna take damage first? Oh, that mid performance. Serial gets taken out by RXB very quickly. They just had a brawl right there. So Arcane, they are down 1, which is not what they need right now. But Roland Santos, he's very low HP. So is Pau PK though. Vic and Pau PK at the bottom. Blake and Optic up top. RXB is trying to send Matt down to the bottom so they can have a 3v2. Oh, never mind. They're swapping Roland and Matt for the bottom. Probably because Roland is literally 1 HP, so they want to reinforce because they understand how important that bottom play is. They want to reinforce their members because Arcane, they're looking pretty strong on bottom. That Vic and Pau PK duo, they're doing pretty good. What is going to happen? Oh, RXB is 1 HP and he gets taken out, but Pau PK is also 1 HP. He's got to be very careful here. Arcane, they do not need to lose any players, but they lose Vic. Alfred is very low. Blake makes a ballsy bottom push. Pau PK and Blake are holding down the bottom. It is a 4v3 currently. However, I know that Roland's 1 HP, Alfred's 1 HP. I don't know about Matt and Lewis. Oh, Blake takes a crucial hit. Looks like Arcane is kind of stuck in this little block down at the bottom. Optic holding top against Matt and Luis. So no one wants to be overly aggressive, which I respect. There's a lot online, especially for Arcane. Silencers, they don't want to go to that game 5 because game 5s are never fun. Optic gets taken out by Matt. Now it's Pau BK versus Matt. 1v1. Oh, and Pau BK goes. It is Blake versus the world. Arcane need a crazy comeback, but it's not going to be enough. Silencers hold on to dear life with being very, very low. Crazy series. GG's to both teams. You got to respect it. See what my boy Ghost has to say. That 3-man push into Blake was an amazing play. Totally agree. Crazy matchups so far this tournament. That was an awesome game. Arcane had all of the silencer members down so low. Right as Optic died. That's when you kind of felt the tide starting to turn a little bit. Blake's been holding on long. I had 1 top and 2 bottom coming for him. Yeah, Blake was put in an uncomfortable situation. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, so because I believe we're gonna keep going. I believe it's not just best of 5. Silencers Arcane. Let me try to clear up. I think the series continues. Answer some PMs while the players get back into their spots. Oh, first 2-5 instead of best of 5. Okay, I got you. I'll send it back to the sparring arena. So it is 3v1 in favor of the silencers. A comeback's definitely still possible. I thought the series was over. I guess I misunderstood. But Roland Santos takes a bunch of HP damage already right off the bat. Pau PK and Vic proven to be a strong bottom duo. But Alfred, or Aftred, I'm gonna call him Alfred. I don't want to say Aftred. Alfred is being very aggressive. I mean, they have, obviously you don't want to give up any more matches to Arcane, but they have some leverage for sure. Arcane has to win 4 in a row. Not necessarily. They just have to win 4 games, which is going to be a lot harder. Arcane, all 5 members still intact, but they are very low. Oh, and Ali makes a good push bottom. I think that's very needed because they are all kind of stagnant in that mid area. But Blake and Vic are very low on the right. Ali's kind of being the lone wolf here. RXB versus Ali on the bottom. I think this goes Arcane for this game. It's 3v3. Technically, Silencers has advantage. If you look at the damage, oh, never mind. Arcane falling apart. And just like that, Optic is in a 3v1 and he goes. I was wrong. Silencers take game 4, right? I believe game 4. That game was a lot closer than it looked, honestly. Let's see what Ghost has to say. Might have thought too early. Silencers might be able to take this now. Yes, it is looking very good for them. Silencers are in a really, really good spot. Arcane, they have to do the impossible. They have to win 4 straight to move on. It's possible. It definitely is possible. Arcane, they have the people to do it. They just need to piece it together. Because even when they lose, regardless of how many people are left on Silencers, Silencers have a lot of people that are very low. But credit to the Silencer group because they are coming out strong and they are ready for this. Lost game 1. But have been on top since. Send it back to the sparring arena. Alright. Will the Silencers move on? Or will Arcane keep their hopes alive in the tournament? It's pretty even so far. Roland Santos is very low once again. Alfred at the bottom's kind of low. Let's take a look up top. Blake is kind of pushing Luis in that top left corner. Matt for the Silencers is 1 HP. Silencers are kind of being pushed back into that wall. Kind of the opposite of what's been happening this series so far. Alfred, 1 HP. Vic just makes a ballsy push and it works, but he needs to be careful because he is 2-shot. Roland. And Luis goes out. Roland goes out. Arcane. Wow. What a standoff that was. Game 6 goes to Arcane. It is currently 4-2 in the series. Way better matchup. Or way better match for Arcane. They looked strong. They looked like they were ready for this and they don't want to go. That's what I believe. So we're going to set it up. Silencers. They lost that bottom control and top control. Which was definitely their issue. Arcane, what a good push, though, honestly. I think if they keep that up, they can reverse. Silencers, they have the people to finish the series. It's all about if they're able to. So Silencers take bottom control pretty simply. Arcane Vic is very, very low. Palpy K hasn't taken a hit point yet, but holding that very, very strong. And look at that. Roland Santos puts Palpy K to 2 shots, but Matt himself is very, very low. Arcane's bottom team are very low right now. Oh, and they lose someone else. Silencers down to 2 people. Matt and Aussie. Would you look at that? A 5-0 sweep for Arcane. GG's for that game? Wow. Crazy, crazy. Let's enter the commentary booth with me and Ghost. It is 4-3. I didn't expect this. Ghost says they had a hard push Silencers right then and there, especially the beginning. They hard pushed Silencers, right? Sorry. Yes, that was a very hard push for sure. Send it back to the Spar Arena because we are starting shortly. Silencers, Arcane. Will Silencers take the series and move on, or is Arcane going to force basically a game 7? Arcane comes off a little strong there for that bottom push. Palpy K is very low though. He needs to be careful. He is an experienced player, so he definitely needs to hold it together. He might need to push back and be a little more reserved. Blake and Vic are being pushed back, which is not what Arcane needs right now. Silencers, that bottom push is very, very strong for them, and Blake goes out. Or Blake is about to go out. There he goes. Palpy K, 1 shot. And he goes. Alley goes too, unfortunately for Arcane. Silencers move on in the series. GG's to both teams. That was a great matchup. Both of those teams are pretty even. Silencers finish the series. Send back to the commentary booth, sorry. Ghost says one Silencer had Arcane mid. Backs it was over. Yep. I think for that matchup, Arcane, Palpy K, who's a vet in Spar and stuff, he took a lot of damage, and like very early, and that was not what they needed. So yeah, GG's to both teams. Silencers move on. They are going to be in the finals facing Bandemic. The Bandemic boys versus Silencers. What a matchup. Ghost, who do we got? Also, chat, who do we got? You agree with the Palpy K? They needed him, but without him, they struggled. Well, right as they lost Palpy K, or even once he got to like 1 HP, he had to push back, and when he pushed back, the Silencer members pushed forward. So that's just how it works, unfortunately. But Ghost says he feels like Silencers might be turning the tide. This is going to be a good matchup. Both of these teams are really great with sparring. Ghost is making a bold prediction. He thinks that the Silencers are going to beat the Bandemic boys. Alright, and we're just setting the teams up. Seems like the people who voted in chat are voting for Bandemic, so Yep, we're just setting everything up. You know, I'm gonna make a bold prediction too. Maybe not bold, but I'm gonna make my prediction. I think Bandemic takes the championship 5-2. That's my prediction. Let's see what Ghost has to say. All right, I'm going to send it over to the Spar arena. Ghost says he believes Silencers takes it 5-4. Ooh, that's a good matchup. All right, game 1 of the championship, Bandemic versus Silencers. Alfred and Roland take Keezy down to pretty low HP. But Alfred himself takes some damage. Oh, look at that. Alfred and Sauce, I believe that's how you say his name. They're just trading shots. Roland has Sauce and Kenji down really low. He has that bottom control. But Kenji kind of comes down. Puts some shots down. And Roland gets taken out. It is a 4v2 currently. I know that 3 of the Bandemic boys are very low. Luis Santos is taken out. So game 1 goes to Bandemic. Dora for Bandemic didn't heal, so he was at 23 HP the whole time, I believe. Is there any way for us to bet clans? What do you mean by that? Like, make bets on the matches? Alright, and we're just setting everything up back up. Alright, game 2. Silencers versus the Bandemic boys. Everyone's all readied up, all healed. Here we go. Alrighty, Bandemic seems like they got bottom control first. However, Roland and Alfred. Oh my goodness, I just missed something. 2 of the Silencer members got taken out, I believe. Wait, am I wrong? No, sorry. It's 4v4. Yes, it's 4v4. Dora from Bandemic is taken out. Alfred and Sauce trade blows there down at the bottom. Matt and Luis versus Xenon and Kenji. Oh, Luis takes some damage. So does Kenji, though. Throw it back down to the bottom, and we got Alfred very low. He gets taken out, but so... Oh my goodness. This is a... Okay, it is a 3v2. Kenji and Sauce versus Roland, Matt, and Luis. Even though the numbers are in favor for the Silencers, Bandemic, they can still come back and win this. All comes down to composure, patience. We know the Bandemic boys know how to spar, so... Looks like Sauce is taking that bottom control over Matt and Roland. Yeah, if you're silencers, yes, exactly. I was just about to say, you need to have Luis go and do exactly what I was thinking. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, silencers takes game 2. A way better matchup. Yeah, GG's to both teams for that. Series is currently 1-1. Winner takes that 50K Tro prize. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's send it back to the commentary booth to see what Ghost has to say. Silencers push them back and pick them off one by one in the last couple players. Yep. Seems like Ghost is typing once again. Hack, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Alrighty. I think that this is what Ghost is saying. I think that it'll end at the end of the match. They should have tried to bait silencers in and pick them off. Yep. I agree. And looks like one of the Bandemic players is paused, so here he goes back into the spot. I'm gonna send it over to the Spar arena. Here we go, game 3. I think this is a really important game because momentum in these games are so big. Silencers versus versus Bandemic, game 3. Kezi takes damage right off the bat, so does Roland, so at the bottom they're trading. Oh, I think what's happening? Everyone's saying redo, so it looks like shout out Panda. Shout out to boy KULOT. Bandemic, their 5th player is just missing all of a sudden. Send it back to the commentary booth with me and Ghost while they figure out some of the technical difficulties. Just move real quick so I don't get kicked. So there's a little bit of a pause because Bandemic's 5th is just nowhere to be found all of a sudden. Who is it? Who's there? I can't figure out who's not here. Let's see what Ghost has to say. Excuse me. Ghost asked, who do you think will take the next match? Personally, I think Bandemic takes it, and I think they take it 4-5. Or sorry, 4-0. Who's saying this? Oh, Kenji from Bandemic saying we want Poopy Panda. Yes, you know what? Let's sub me in. I'm the missing piece. Doris says, Poopy Panda, we love your commentary, but it's time to get in the stage. Okay, listen. This is the moment I've been waiting for. My time to shine. My time has come. Here, listen, they got me commentating for a reason. Because I'm just too good at Spar, and it's just not fair. Poopy Panda joins the Bandemic boys. you could solo the whole team if they did that. I know that's exactly why they don't put me in. They said, Poopy, you know you gotta commentate. I was like, okay. So apparently Bandemic's 5th Xenon got disqualified. Figuring out more right now, but that's just what I've heard. I'm all discombobulated from the concussion. Oh, Ghost got a concussion? What? What'd you do? Oh, truck roll? Dang, dude. That's sad. I'm sorry about that, Ghost. Alrighty. You guys, seems like you guys want to see the Spar arena. They're just about done. So I'll send it up to the Spar arena. So it looks like our commentary booth, we're all crippled. Ghost got a concussion. I just had shoulder surgery. We're all crippled out here. Alright, game 3, here we go. Silencers versus Bandemic. Bandemic takes a lot of damage right off the bat. But Silencers, they took some damage as well. Dora from Bandemic is one shot. It's not looking good for Bandemic in game 3. Matt and Aussie are making a push on Dora right there, and he gets taken out. Kenji versus 4 Silencer members. 3 Silencer members. Aussie wants a shout out, so I get shout out to Aussie, man. Silencers take game 3. Looks like Thanos the Mad Titan is in the chat. He says, run it, run from it, dread it, destiny arrives, small price to pay for salvation. Someone's response is, Thanos, make my ex disappear. Game 3 goes to Silencers. They are up 2-1 on Bandemic. First team to 5 wins the series. Yep, Ghost, I got shoulder surgery a week ago. So I'm currently in a sling for the next few weeks. Okay, I got you. Now Schmizwiz says Thanos is my biological dad. Cool. Okay, I am completely healed now that Ghost said that. All right. Not exactly sure what's going on right here. I I think they're making a sub. Pandemic makes a sub of their own. These Spar tournaments, we're going to continue doing them in the future, and for sure they are going to be a lot more organized. Really good stream productions. It's going to be awesome coming up soon. Alright, I believe we're just about ready to start finally. Ghost says he believes once they sub, it might be harder for the silencers. Jonathan, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, game 4 underway. Let's go. Pandemic takes a different approach this game. Might prove to be fatal though, because they take a lot of damage, but Roland Santos at the bottom there, as you can see, also takes a lot of damage. RXB, Alfred are very low. Kenji up top is making a risky push, but takes Luis down to very, very low HP. So, interesting for sure. Oh, Sauce and Alfred are trading blows, but Sauce gets taken out. Kezi down at the bottom. It is a 5v1, and they take him out. That was a way better game for the Pandemic boys. Two to two. Send it back to the commentary booth while they figure things out with Ghost and I. Series is tied 2-2. Alright, Ghost has got to get going. Much love, man. Thanks for commentating with me. Send it back to the sparring arena. Game 5. Pandemic versus Silencers. Winner takes that third game of the series. Very important. Kezi and Sauce are down below. Unknown for Pandemic is 1 HP already. It's seeming like these guys just want to go and have a grudge match instantly at the mid. They don't care about any sort of form. They just want to go in and do damage to people. Silencers once again have one player. Pandemic, the boys take that game 5, 3-2 lead of the series. Alrighty, send it back to the commentary booth while they set up. Last 2 games for the Bandemic boys have been flawless. 5-0 both matches. Alright, let's send it back to the sparring arena. Game 6. If Bandemic wins, they take the series. If Silencers win, they force a Game 7 scenario. Will Bandemic get that 50k tro, or Silencers gonna hold on for a shot at the 50k tro? Silencers bringing in 3 people for the bottom. Ignore that voice crack. Jeez. RXP from Silencers, 1 HP basically. Not looking good for Silencers. RXP is very good at holding that mid position and bottom as well. So that's something you don't want to see if you're a Silencer fan. But Roland Santos, he's getting low as well. Matt is very low as well. Bandemic, will they sweep them once again? GG's to the Silencers. The Bandemic boys do it once again. That's 3 clean sweeps for the Bandemic boys. GG's to both teams. Oh, it is 4-2. I thought it was 5-2. Never mind. Ignore everything I've said. We still got a few more games to go. Now this is the scenario where the Bandemic boys take this game. They get the 50k tro. However, Silencers win. They gotta keep going and win a few more if they want to win the series. Send it back to the commentary booth while they figure some stuff out. There's just some technical difficulties, so we'll be starting here shortly. BBV, you're watching while digging? Well, I'm glad you can watch me commentate a Spar tournament while you're digging. Schmiz is watching while trading. Appreciate it. shift over so I don't get kicked for not moving. Trinity, it's not over. They're just setting up. They're just setting up for the next match. All right, Blake has an announcement. So Najee's refusing to pay the winners. Oh my goodness. Well, this is news. Interesting. Interesting. Flar says he's gonna help. See staff. Well. Okay. Don't worry. Whoever wins, we'll find a way to get you paid. Alright. If Bandemic wins this, they take the series. Bandemic. Kind of getting pushed back right now. Silencers are doing a good job staying composed. However, Matt there at the bottom gets taken out when they don't need him to get taken out. RXB versus Unknown. Kazi and Sauce at the bottom. Oh my goodness. It is a 3v4 currently. All teams are pretty low except Kenji's pretty high HP until now. I jinxed it apparently. It is a 1v4. And that's gonna be a disqualification since he's using a bar. But basically, Bandemic wins the series. I can't type one-handed, sorry. Empire says pray for NBK. Tough. I'll send it to the commentary booth. Interesting. So yeah, this is interesting. I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry, guys. This is... I didn't expect this at all. Here. We're gonna figure this out. Hmm. One second. One second, guys. We're just trying to figure out some stuff on what's going on. I will be right back in a minute. Alright guys, so basically, if you're not caught up, the person over this whole event, like during the last game of the finals, decided to just pull out of his sponsorship, which is 50k tro. We're gonna figure it out because players just spent 2 hours of their time playing, so yeah, even if I have to use my own tro, I'll pay them. It's not fair to the players, so. But I'm probably just gonna end the live and then figure all this stuff out. Keep you guys updated, all that stuff. I apologize. They kind of hooked me into this event kind of last minute, and I decided to take it because it'd be fun, but I didn't think that this would happen. So yeah, regardless, these players are gonna get paid. Even I'll record it and I'll post it if you guys don't believe me, but they're gonna get paid. Yeah, guys, that's I'm just gonna end it off there. I apologize to the players that got caught up in that. Just know I didn't have anything to do with it, but it will be fixed. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for all those who watched. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.